press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, so far we have completed 11 problems in exercise 8.1 under quadrilaterals. So let us continue our discussion with question number 12. So exercise 8.1, question number 12. So here a trapezium is given. First I will draw the sketch. But there. So this is the trapezium given. Now this is AB, CD. So this is the trapezium given in question number 12. ABCD given, ABCD trapezium. ABCD trapezium with AB parallel to CD. So the base AB and DC are parallel. AB parallel to CD. So in a trapezium, a pair of opposite sides will be parallel, and AD is equal to BC. This is also given. So it is known as a isosceles trapezium. So also AD equals BC. So the legs of the trapezium are equal. These two are called as the legs. These two are called as the base that we have studied. When the legs are equal, we call it as a isosceles trapezium. So in this, what we have to show that what is to be proved, we have to show that angle A equals angle B. This is first sub question. Second sub question, angle C equals angle D. Second sub question. Third sub question, we have to show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. And finally, we have to show that diagonal AC, diagonals AC and BD are equal. So these are 4 points we have to prove. See, to prove these things, we make some construction. So here extend AB extend AB. So I will draw a dotted line to indicate the extension. So AB is extended and through C draw a line parallel to AD to intersect AB extended to meet at E. So that is, we have to draw a line parallel to AD. So like this. This is also construction. I will show dotted line. So this point is E. So what is the construction? Draw a line parallel to AD through point C to meet AB extended at E. So we get this point. Now, proof. So we shall prove one by one. Now, so join these two also, diagonals. You can write here, join AC BD, join diagonals. So AC and BD diagonals, I will join them. Now, see, it is given the two legs AD and BC are equal. So I will take up that AD equals AD equals BC. AD equals BC, it is given. This is given. Now, see, it is given AB is parallel to DC because it is a trapezium. AB is parallel to DC. These two are parallel, and AD is, we have constructed CE parallel to AD. So these opposite sides are also parallel. So therefore, ADCE is a parallelogram. So AB equals AB parallel to DC. So it's a given data, and AD parallel to, or I will write CE parallel to AD. So it is by construction. So, the opposite sides of this diagram, that is, therefore, AD, CE is the opposite sides are parallel, therefore is a parallelogram, is parallelogram. And in a parallelogram, AD, the opposite sides will be equal to CE. So, AD is equal to CE and AD is also is equal to BC given. So, it is here AD is equal to BC. So, this is 1, if I call this as 2. So, from these two we can say BC will be equal to this and this, they will be equal. So, because both are equal to AD, this line is equal to AD and this line is equal to AD, therefore, BC and CE are equal. BC is equal to CE. BC is equal to CE. So, when these two lines are equal, the angles in a triangle CEB, observe this, in a triangle CEB, the angle opposite to this side and the angle opposite to this side, these two angles are equal. So, therefore, I will write angle CBE is equal to this angle CEB, this angle, these two angles are equal. Now, you observe this figure. See, considering AB parallel to DC means AE is also parallel to DC. So, AE parallel to DC and AE transversal, AE transversal, AE transversal. So, these two are parallel, this line and this line is. So, AE, this line and this line. So, these two are parallel. I will take the reverse. AD parallel to EC. It is by construction. EC. These two are parallel and AE is the transversal. Therefore, angle A plus, see, angle A is this total angle, or you can call it as DAB. DAB is nothing but angle A of the given trapezium. Angle A plus CEB will be equal to 180 degree plus CEB equals 180 degree. So, these two angles, because they become interior angles on one side of the transversal. So, this is A is the transversal, these two are parallel lines. So, these two are on one side of the transversal. So, you are aware of these things. And you observe here angle B, this angle. So, angle B plus CBE. CBE. So this side angle, their total is also 180 degree. They are linear pair. Linear pair. But this CBE and CEB are equal. So therefore, I will replace this with CEB. So therefore, B is plus CBE and CEB are same. Therefore, I will write CEB equals 180 degree. So now if I call this equation as 3 and this as 4, observe these two equations. A plus CEB equals 180 degree, B plus CEB equals 180 degree. So by equating 3 and 4, we can straight away say, see, A plus CEB 180 and 180, A plus CEB equals B plus CEB. So left hand side equals left hand side plus CEB. So here CEB gets cancelled. We will get angle A equals angle B. So we got the answer for the first sub question. Now, so I will proceed to get the answer for the second question now. Now, second one, to prove that C is equal to D. So for second one, see, we have ABCD is a quadrilateral. Of course, it is a trapezium. We have in a trapezium, see, you can see this is AB is parallel to DC. These two are interior consecutive angles at A plus D, because these two are parallel and A and D are interior consecutive. Therefore, I will write angle A plus angle D. They will be, the sum will be 180 degree. And similarly angle B and C, these two are parallel, BC is the transversal, B and C are also interior consecutive angles. The total of these two is 180 degree, total of these two is 180 degree. But A equals B, or here I will replace B in place of A in place of B. So therefore, A plus D is equal to, instead of B I will write A plus C. Now this is A plus D. So now A and A get cancels, we get angle D equals angle C. So we got the second result. Now, to prove these two triangles ABC and DAB as congruent, so I will erase this and I will take up the next portion. So, third one, to show triangle ABC and BAD are congruent. So, to show that triangle ABC congruent to triangle BAD. So, when the question of comparison comes, you have to keenly observe the diagram now. ABC, ABC, this triangle, this is ABC, and ABD, BAD, this triangle. So from here, these two we are comparing. Now in those two, so I will write, as you can observe, AB, side AB is equal to AB, it is common to both, common side. And see, AD equals BC, AD equals BC, the two legs of the isosceles trapezium are equal and it is a given data, given. So it is common and it is given. Now, just now we have proved that angle A is equal to angle B, angle A is equal to angle B. So A equals B, proved above. Proved above. So you observe the triangle ABC, this one side and one angle and another side of this triangle, one side, an angle and the other side. So therefore, by SAS, we can say by SAS, side angle side congruence. Congruence, we can say these two are congruent. Triangle ABC congruent to triangle BAD. BAD. So hence it is proved. And finally, AC equals BD. So when these two triangles are congruent, AB is a common side, this AD is equal to BC, and the other two corresponding sides are BD and AC. So therefore, I can straight away say BD will be equal to AC by CPCT. So we can write that. So since these two triangles are congruent, so therefore AC will be equal to BD. Simply you can write by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So this completes the fourth sub question. Diagonal AC and BD are equal. So this completes question number 12. Now, question number 13. So that is, we will move on to so 12. So we have to move on to exercise number 8.2. Exercise number 8.2. 8.2, under that question number 1. So here again a quadrilateral is given. So first I will draw that diagram. So this is the quadrilateral given. Quadrilateral ABCD. This is A, B, C, D. So what else they have given? PQRS are the midpoints of these sides. Suppose P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of BC. This is P, this is Q, and R is the midpoint of DC, and S is the midpoint of AD. Now join these things. So this is the diagram. Now you join one diagonal AC. So I will join it with a dotted line. It is a construction. So this is AC. So this is the diagram. So what is given here? Given quadrilateral ABCD. PQRS, PQR and S are midpoints of AB, BC, CD and DA respectively, of course, respectively. So AC is the diagonal, AC diagonal. So all this data is given. So what is asked? Show that SR is parallel to AC. So first one, show that SR parallel to AC. SR parallel to AC, and SR is equal to half of AC, and SR equals half of AC. So this is the first question. See, we have to show that SR is parallel to AC. So now let us prove the first one. Now consider triangle DAC. You observe that portion of the figure only for a better understanding. DAC. See, this is DAC, this diagram. In DAC, see, we have S is the midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of DC. So, S is midpoint of AD and R is the midpoint of DC. So, DAC is a triangle, these two are midpoints and the line joining the midpoints will be parallel to the third side of the triangle, that is by midpoint theorem. So, therefore, I will straight away write, therefore, by midpoint theorem. So, midpoint theorem we have studied already. So, by midpoint theorem, because in a triangle, the midpoint theorem says in a triangle, if the midpoint of two sides are joined, that line segment will be parallel to the third side. Suppose ABC is the triangle and DE is the line joining the midpoints of AD and AE, then DE will be parallel to the third side BC and it is also half of BC. So, that was the midpoint theorem. Here the situation is similar in DAC triangle. So, in this triangle, so these two are midpoints and therefore, SR will be parallel to AC. So, by midpoint theorem, SR parallel to AC. Not only that, SR will be equal to half of AC. So, we come to this conclusion based on the midpoint theorem. Now, second sub question in that, PQ equals SR. We have to show second one, PQ equals SR. So, we have to prove that these two lines PQ and SR are equal. So, for that you consider triangle BAC. Consider triangle BAC. See this lower triangle, this one from here to here, BAC. So, in this P is the midpoint of AB. Q is midpoint of BC. So therefore we can say PQ therefore by midpoint theorem, again by midpoint theorem we can say PQ parallel to AC. PQ parallel to AC, also PQ equals half of AC. See, in the earlier case, if I call this as 1, let us say, and this result as 2, you observe here SR is parallel to AC and here PQ is parallel to AC. So therefore from 1 and 2, therefore from 1 and 2 we can say PQ is parallel to SR. So therefore PQ is parallel to SR. Not only that, see here we say SR is equal to half of AC, here is equal to PQ equals half of AC. Therefore PQ is also equal to SR because both these lines are equal to half of AC, half of AC. Therefore this is PQ is equal to SR. That is the second result. And third, to show that PQRS is a parallelogram. So now I will erase this to show that PQRS is a parallelogram. Third sub question, show that PQRS is a parallelogram. See, already we have proved that one of the opposite sides of PQRS are parallel and also equal. So it is proved above. So PQ parallel to SR and PQ equals SR. So when a pair of opposite sides in a quadrilateral, let us take PQRS as a quadrilateral, we do not know whether it is parallelogram or not. In a quadrilateral PQRS, a pair of opposite sides are parallel as well as equal. So therefore, as per theorem 8, we can say it is a parallelogram. So therefore a pair of sides are parallel and equal. In PQRS. So therefore we can say PQRS is a parallelogram. So this is the proof. Note down please. Now we will move on to question number 2, exercise 8.2. Question number 2. So, question number 2 says ABCD is a rhombus. PQRS are midpoints of ABCD. Show that the quadrilateral is a rectangle. So, it is a problem of similar kind. So, anyway, so I will take up here, instead of a quadrilateral, a rhombus is given. Now, so a rhombus is given. This is the rhombus. Now, A, B, C, D. So, A, B, C, D is the rhombus, AC and BD as the diagonals. So, PQRS are the midpoints of these lines. So, this is P, this is Q, this is R, and this is S, midpoints. So, I will join them. This is P, Q, R, and S. So, P, Q, R, S. So, this is the diagram given. So, given ABCD rhombus, PQRS, SR midpoints points of AB, BC, AB, BC, CD and DA. DA. So, we have to show PQRS is a rectangle. Show that PQRS is a rectangle. So, this is what is to be proved. This is given. So, you can call this center as O. So, now construction. So, join diagonals, join AC, BD, no other construction. So, just join AC and BD. Now, you observe these two triangles DRS. this portion and this portion. So now proof. Consider DRS, triangle DRS and triangle B DRS and BPQ. Now see, this side DS is equal to BQ because S is the midpoint of AD in a rhombus. Remember, in a rhombus all four sides are equal, that is AB equals BC equals CD equals AD, and because these are midpoints, SD will also be equal to BQ. So therefore I will write SD will be equal to BQ. So SD will be equal to BQ. Similarly, DR equal to corresponding BP. So DR is equal to BP. So these are halves of side, opposite sides of the rhombus. Opposite sides of rhombus. So now you take up these two angles. In a rhombus, the opposite angles will be equal. So therefore, I can write SDR angle will be equal to QBP angle. So why these two are equal? Opposite angles, it comes in the property of rhombus, opposite angles of a rhombus. So side angle side. Therefore by SAS we can say DRS triangle DRS is congruent to BPQ, triangle BPQ. So we have proved that these two hatched diagrams are equal. Now similarly we can show that, see, these two triangles, this one and this one, so that is QCR and SAP. Triangle QCR will be congruent to triangle SAP. So these two are also congruent. See, when from the first result from the first result, we can say the PQ will be equal to SR because they are the corresponding parts of the congruent parts. Similarly, from the second result, we can say PS will be equal to QR. So, therefore, PQ will be equal to SR. So, this is by CPCT, we can say corresponding parts of congruent triangles. So, with this result, we can say that, and with the second result we can say PS is equal to QR. So, this is by CPCT, corresponding parts of the congruent triangles. Now, see, with this what we understood, it is the opposite sides in PQRS are parallel. So, therefore, we can say PQRS is a parallelogram. And see, in a rhombus, the diagonals bisect at 90 degree. So, that is a known thing, and BOC is equal to 90 degree. So, a parallelogram in which the diagonals bisect at intersect at 90 degree each other, then it is a rhombus. So, therefore, we can say PQRS is a we can say it is a rectangle. So, this is the conclusion. No down, please. So, I will stop at this stage to this class. So, I will continue with the rest of the problems, and whatever topic remained I will take up in the next class. Thank you, students.